How are you guys doing today, and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today I want to stress the importance of LifeSteal gear. New players, mid-game players, everything in between. It can come in really handy, it can really help with general progression in so many areas of the game. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit today. And just to remind you to not take LifeSteal gear for granted, because it can make such a difference on an account, and you can get reasonable pieces just in farming the campaign, no matter where you're at in the different difficulties of the campaign. So before we start diving into that, I really appreciate it if you could hit that like, even that subscribe button if you don't mind. Make a big difference for me, it would help a lot, and I'd really appreciate it. Let's get into it. So just to quickly go over what it does for those of you who may not know, seeing as this is kind of geared towards a newer player into Raid, the 4-piece set LifeSteal, which means you need 4 pieces in all of your gear in order to activate this set. There's usually either 2 pieces or 4-piece sets. This is a 4. It heals by 30% of damage dealt from that champion. All the abilities, any masteries, like down here, not that one, like War Master that does like max HP damage to bosses and whatnot, any damage that character does gains 30% heal off of. So the main place I have used LifeSteal on this is actually my completely free-to-play alternate account, and it made a big difference on this account getting through the different levels of the campaign. I pulled Bellower out of, I want to say, my first, I'll show you him here real fast, out of my first Void Shard I got on this account, and I immediately stopped leveling my starter, which was Kale, and I went to working on Bellower because I like his AoE skills, and he's a really solid champ in a lot of areas. But the main reason is because he has AoE on all of his skills. Attacks all enemies, block actives, decrease speed, and then a decrease attack, decrease defense. That's the main thing. You can use it on almost any champion in the game, really. I just picked it on him because he's really good at farming the campaign and getting through waves. And the more enemies you hit, the more damage you're dealing, which also means the more you're healing back from it. So AoE champs are definitely, I would say, some of the best for LifeSteal gear. But you can really use anyone. I have it on a few of my champions, like I want to say I have it on Venom Mage here for my clan boss team. And then even on my main account, some of my clan boss champions, they have LifeSteal also, just to help give them that extra sustain. So it comes in really handy, but I'll show you in the campaign here, which, as you see, I am all the way through 3-starring Brutal on a, was it level 44, I think I was here, count, something like that. Yeah, only level 44. I've only got 1 6-star, and that is Bellower. And with a little bit of help from another character, I made it through Brutal 3-starring. And a lot of that has to do with the life-stealing. So we'll go ahead and take him into, we'll do the 12th 3, because this is a really good stage for farming silver and XP. It's one you'll spend a lot of time in regardless of what difficulty you're on. And we got some food champs here already, and so he can do this himself. He's not the fastest at it because he's not fully maxed, fully, booked mastery, damage, crit damage, all that fun stuff. He's not maxed by any means, but he can get through it, even though he's kind of underpowered because of the LifeSteal gear. You'll see here he's taking a lot of hits. Boom, he hits everybody. Full health again. Same thing. He starts getting hit, whittling down his health. Get another big hit here. Hits everyone, almost full health again. I have quite a bit of speed on him because I got decent speed boots actually on him. And so he just goes again, all of his HP right back. As long as they can't one-shot you in a wave, LifeSteal gear tends to be able to bring you back. As you can see there, he got down to half. He went fast, so he got 2 turns, but healed right back up. So this can also help a lot in dungeons. Let's go ahead, what's a decent one here? We'll go ahead and do a dragon run here. It's not as good on an AoE champ when you're hitting, like a boss, because there's generally just the one boss. Somewhere like Spider or Ice Golem, there's multiple enemies usually, so it's a little bit more effective there. But take Dragon, for example, there's just the boss, so it's not as strong, but it's still useful. So let's go ahead and do, I think right now I mostly farm stage 11 just because it's a little bit faster and the win rate is generally 100% instead of being the occasional loss on the harder ones, seeing that he is my only 6-star. But mostly we're just going to show you how even in dungeons some lifesteal gear on a champ will help you get through it better. So he starts out, we start going through the waves. Waves really aren't that difficult until you get around in stage probably 13 and above. It starts getting more challenging, but for right now the waves are pretty easy, so it's having a full team of 5 and then 1 6-star. It's not too difficult, except for getting stuck on this Crimson Helm. Maybe we do need to do stage 11 or whatever that was. There we go, now we can finish her off. Okay, back to the boss. So we'll wait for him to take a turn here. We'll get some damage in the meantime. Or maybe we're just too strong. There we go, okay. Well, he didn't do a whole lot of damage. But either way, you saw, he took a little bit of damage, heal it right back. I think this was kind of an easy stage to go with. I thought this is the one I farmed, but apparently not. I guess we'll just let him beat it here. Okay. Garbage. Flat stats are bad. Okay, so showed you that there, even though that really wasn't all that exciting. I've also had it be pretty useful in Arena, at least on the AoE champ. What do we got here? It's kind of comparable to me, I guess. We'll use them here. We'll give this a shot. Generally in Arena, it's not as nutty as it can be in campaign farming, just because of the way Arena works and generally, you know, speed teams, nukers, and all that, but it's come in clutch a few times on him because he can hit the whole team. As you can see, that he got nuked a little bit, healed part of it back, and you just easily win. But yeah, the lifesteal is really effective. Again, for me, it's come in most handy getting through the campaign on the different difficulties, and then not so much on the AoE champs, but on champs that would be good in clan boss due to their other skills. Having the lifesteal can be really nice just for a lot of the healing, in case, especially in case you don't have a lot of healers. Like, this is my clan boss team right now, and I have a reviver, but I really don't have any kind of support or healing or nothing real strong yet. I have an apothecary I'm working on, but obviously it takes a little while and I don't have a whole lot of gear yet, and so it can just be really nice to add that extra healing and sustain for doing clan boss so you can get further, get more damage in and all that fun stuff. Mostly the campaigns where I use it though. And then one little last important fact here for you is you can get lifesteal gear through, was it stage 8 in the campaign, which obviously on normal you only get 1 to 3 star. I really wouldn't suggest investing in anything 3 star and under, but if you need it for early on, take them, level them up to like 8, maybe 12 if you're rolling in silver, just to get those, you know, bonus stats going so that you can get through further. And then obviously you get to hard, if you still need the lifesteal gear or you want that extra, be looking for those 4 star. 4 star is kind of it's the halfway point, because they go from 1 star to 6 star, and 4, I don't know, I'd kind of call it the middle turning point. So past 4 star is obviously much better, but a fully upgraded 4 star is still decent. Even my main account still has a few really good pieces of 4 star gear that I use just because they got good substat rolls and all that fun stuff, but I feel like it's not too bad to invest in 4 star gear, especially if you do get the stats you're looking for per champ, which I won't go too really into the different stats because it really depends on the champion you have, what stats you're looking for. Obviously more speed, crit rate, crit damage are always going to be important, but you know, accuracy, attack percent, defense, HP, those will all really just matter on what champ you're trying to use it for. But really get the highest star level you can lifesteal gear, preferably while farming food. That's another thing you can do, is just farm food while you're also trying to get lifesteal gear to progress even further. And then generally, if you have at least even your starting champion, a Kale, Gaelic, Aethel, Elhine, any of them you choose, pretty good candidates for lifesteal gear, getting you through the campaign and into some other areas as well, like I talked about. But that'll eventually bring you through Brutal, which can get you up to 5 star gear, and then hopefully, with a little work, 3 star all of that, and then pick up your 2 sacred shards, one for completing 3 star on hard, and then again on Brutal, Sacred Shard for completing the whole campaign, doing that for each of those. And I believe it's a Void for beating it on normal. Yes, it's a Void there. So it'll help you get through all that, get you some extra shards, get you a lot of rewards, and then just in case you didn't already know, 3-starring all of the stages means clearing them with 2 or fewer champs, less than 10 minutes per stage, without losing a champion. So that's how you do that. I think LifeSteal is a really good candidate for getting you through all that, and even in the mid to late game, it still holds up pretty darn well. So I wouldn't undersell it, and I would not take it for granted. It's a great set, it can help you a lot with account progression, and I just think it's really cool, and it can work really well on a lot of champions in the game. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was helpful, and if you're just starting out playing Raid Shadow Legends, I hope you have a good time, and I wish you the best of luck in pulling shards. Until next time, guys. Bye.